Hello boys, good morning. Welcome back to your moral science online class. I hope you all are fine, taking care of yourselves. So today we will be beginning with the new lesson in your moral science book, that is lesson number 8, regards for teachers. It's given on page number 41. So kindly bring your books and then I'll explain this lesson to you all. Okay, be ready with your book. Okay. Regard for teachers. What do you mean by regard for teachers? Regard for teachers means respect and love towards your teachers. Right, boys? Okay. So let me just start reading. This is a very interesting lesson. In this you will know that how you need to respect and be obedient to your teachers and why you should do so, because they teach you, they guide you, they help you in various things. Right, boys? Okay, so let me just read out this lesson for you and I'll explain you word by word what does this mean. And then there is a very interesting story for you all related to this lesson. Okay, teachers are one of the most beautiful gifts of God. Do you believe so? That teachers are the most beautiful gifts of God? Is it so? Why, boys? Why do you believe so? Yes, because they not only teach you, but they guide you, they help you, they love you, and they care for you, right? So they plant in you the seeds of knowledge that grow forever. The seed of knowledge, the basic seeds of knowledge, that means the basic letters, the basic numbers, everything is initially taught by the teachers. Right, boys? When you come to school, most probably nowadays many of you already know the letters, alphabet, numbers, but you begin rehearsing them in the school, right? Writing them, practicing them in the school. So the basic seed of knowledge is given to you by the teachers. It is your duty to remain respectful and obedient towards all your teachers. So it's your duty. You need to be respectful. You need to respect your teacher and be obedient. What do you mean by obedient? Obedient means listening to your teacher's things, whatever she asks you to do. You should always listen and you should always be humble towards your teachers. Right, boys? Teachers make us learn various subjects. Yes, there are different teachers and there are different subjects, and you gain knowledge in different subjects through the help of your teachers. For example, English, math, science, everything is taught by your teacher. So you gain the knowledge of different subjects through your teacher. They teach us various things, they guide us and show us the path to reach success. So they guide you, they tell you what is wrong, what is right, and where you are going wrong in your studies, where you are going correct. So they are like a path reflector, that whatever you are doing, is it correct or not. They improve our abilities and skills. Whatever talent you have, they help you to improve that. If you are good at writing, they encourage you. If you are not good at writing, they always tell you that you need to improve your handwriting so that you can do better in your exams. They are always kind and patient. They are loving and caring towards all the students. So do you believe this, that teachers are loving and caring? Yes, we love all the students equally. We care for all the students equally. Right, boys? In primary schools, teachers take out tiffin boxes from children's bags and make them eat their tiffins. So when you were younger, but now in class 3 onwards, we don't do this, but when you were young, then the teachers used to take out your tiffins and help you eat and finish your tiffins on time. Right, boys? So they educate us and give us knowledge which enlightens our mind. So they educate you and they give you knowledge. They impart knowledge in you so that you are enlightened. Right? And right, boys? Okay. So let's read out a very interesting story. The name of this story is The Real Respect. In this, there is a teacher and she felt ill. Okay, then her students, how they helped her improve in her health This is all written in this story, so you will get to know an insight that how you have to be loving and caring, respectful, obedient towards your teachers, just like the students shown in this story. Okay, Mrs. Bhattacharya was a learned English teacher. Learned English teacher means that she had a very good knowledge of English. She was aged around 60 years. That means her age was around 60 years and was very loving and caring towards her students. She was very loving and caring towards all her students. She lived all alone in the school compound, but she didn't have a family. She used to live alone in the school compound. Now what happened later? That once she became absent for 3 days. On inquiring, the students came to know that she was sick. Now, one day what happened that for 3 days continuously, the teacher was absent from the school. Now, the students were quite anxious that what happened to our teacher, why is she not coming? So they started inquiring. Inquiring means they started asking, like, what happened to our teacher, why is she not coming to school? So after on inquiring, the students came to know that she was sick. Now, when they inquired means when they asked others in the school, then they came to know that their teacher was sick. She was not feeling well. After the school, a few students reached her home. Since her home or her house was inside the school campus only, so after the school, some of the students went to her to just ask her that how she was feeling, why is she sick, is she very sick, or is it just normal fever? So they went to her. They saw that their loving teacher was lying helplessly on the bed. Now they saw that their loving teacher was lying helplessly. Helplessly means there was no one around and she was just lying there on her bed alone. An old peon informed that she was suffering from dengue fever and was feeling pain in her joints. Now there was a peon and he told them that she was suffering from dengue fever. What is dengue, boys? Dengue is a disease that is caused by the bite of a mosquito, right? And its fever is very terrible. So the teacher was suffering from that and was feeling pain in her joints. She was having pain in her joints. Joints means the elbow or the knees, right? Now the doctor had advised her bed rest for 10 days. For 10 days she was advised a complete bed rest by the doctor. The children became worried. Now after listening to this, the children were very worried about their teacher, that how she will recover, because she had no one around her to take care of her. They wanted to do something for their teacher. Now they had this feeling in their heart that their teacher has done so much for them and now it's their turn to do something for the teacher. Now, the principal of the school gave them permission and their parents agreed to help them. But since they are small children, they cannot do anything on their own. So they wanted permission from the principal and also the help of their parents, right? So they went to the principal, they asked permission and they were granted the permission. Yes, they can take care of the teacher. And the parents also agreed that yes, after the school or during the school hours, you can just go to your teacher and help her in giving her medicine, water, or whatever she requires, right? The children started staying at the teacher's house in shifts. Now, there were many children, so they decided that for few hours, some children will go, then for another next few hours, some children will go, and in this way, they will take care of the teacher. They will not go all at once and just make a group over there. They decided to just go in shifts, like one after the other after few hours. Right? In the school hours, every child stayed there for 1 hour. Now, during the school hours, for 1 hour, few children went and then they came back, then another few children went. So, this was taking place. Then he came back and other went. The children took care of the needs of the teacher, like massaging her joints, giving medicines, cleaning her bed, etc. Because she was all alone, she was not feeling well. So the children took the responsibility to give her medicines on time, cleaning her bed, and then giving her proper massage on the joints because she was having a lot of pain in her joints. So in this way, the children really helped their teacher. Mothers of the students sent energetic food items for the teacher. Now here the parents, especially the mothers, played a very important role in sending good energetic food items for the teacher, so that when she eats energetic food items, so she will recover soon. Right? The children worked hard for nearly a week. For 7 days, children worked really hard. They regularly went to their teacher. The teacher recovered remarkably. Very soon, and a very speedy recovery was gained by the teacher. Soon she was able to come to the school, and just in 7 weeks she gained her proper health and she recovered very soon and was able to join the school back. Right? So now the teacher was completely fit and fine, and the children were very happy because all their efforts made their teacher well, fit and fine. Right? At the school, she hugged the students with tears rolling down from her eyes, and she was very emotional on getting back to the school, that her students cared so much for her that they stayed at her place for a week regularly, and they made her well so quickly. So she was very emotional, and it was the tears of joy rolling down her eyes. I am proud to have students like you. She was very proud of her students, that they did a great effort for her. You all have shown love and respect in your deeds. Deeds means actions. The actions which these students did for their teacher. That is the real respect. Now that teacher said that what you all did for me is the real respect which I ever gained. Right? God bless you all. She blessed the students that you all should always be happy, and God should have merciful hand on all of you. Children, our teachers shape our lives. Yes, is it true, boys? The teachers shape our lives. They tell us what is right, what is wrong, and they guide us in various things. They are the people behind our success. Now, since you are very young, but later when you will become adult and you will go into respective fields of jobs, then you will know what success is, and then one day you will remember your teacher, that she told you that what hard work you have to do to become successful. Always obey them and respect them. You should always listen to them and be humble and polite towards them. You can show your love, respect, and care for teachers on Teachers' Day. I know you all are well aware about the Teachers' Day. When is the Teachers' Day celebrated, boys? 5th September. On whose birthday? Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, right? A very good teacher, and he was what? He was the second president of India, right? Now, it is celebrated on September 5 every year. It is celebrated on the birthday of Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, a very good teacher and the second president of India. You can see the photo also of Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan on page number 43. Right, boys? So this is quite an interesting lesson. You should also read it once, and I'll post the exercises also related to this lesson. Kindly go through them and complete it in your moral science notebook, as this chapter is also included in your final syllabus. Start learning, boys. Time is quite less. You should start practicing maths and all other subjects as well. Okay? So I hope this lesson imparted some knowledge to you related to respect towards your teachers. Okay, boys, take care. God bless you all. We'll meet you in the next online class. Thank you. Take care.